sew it, but it's on a very specific machine. Most people don't own those machines, so, and I doubt you do, if you're unfamiliar with it. But those needles are thick AF to get through that much leather. So. I did have a fun conversation about the first part of Endgame with someone who complained about how bad the movie was, no resolution, everything up in the air, etc. You do know that that was like the first part, right? God, they wouldn't stop talking about the snap forever after the first one. Can I glue them and use a drill to make the holes? You can, yeah. I mean, you're literally wrapping it around a bottle, though. You don't even need to sew it, dude. Just glue it. Do you got any 469? Just use 469 on it. I know it's blasphemy to those who actually work with leather, but I know what he's trying to do with it, and there's no need to actually sew it. Shrapnel everywhere. Wow, that's cool. This is for the handle? Yeah, you're going to need to punch it. You can glue it. Yeah, I mean, you could glue it with like, I'd use barge on that one. I wouldn't super glue it. You could also, you don't want to use the tape because the tape will be so sticky when you try to put the needle through it. But then, yeah, you can drill it and then stitch it. Yep. That would be fine. Oh, really? After 2 years after that part 2 came out? That's funny. They're so fed up with that one that they're like, I'm not even going to see the other one. He is so snorty. So I'm listening to this book, the Jim Weir book. Oh, things done in the oven. And this dude, astronaut, meets a foreign entity and stuff, and it's become so predictable, but I want to finish the book, and it's got like 4 hours left, but I'm like, I already see where this is going. I hate that it's this predictable. Oh. Hold on, I gotta check this email. Hold on a second, guys. It's that saddle guy. They're like, hey, when can we come get this? I'm like, ha, I knew it would be today. And he's out of the office. I'm like, of course. But I cheated for the base by stitching the leather, but not to other leather, and then just gluing them with bars. Looks perfect. There you go. I also laughed out loud when my friend told me that her mother-in-law's gardening group, they sometimes go out to eat, sometimes they watch a movie. So like 5 or 6 pensioners went to see Black Panther thinking it was some type of documentary. Having seen reviews that it was amazing. Whoopsie! I still haven't seen Black Panther. Sorry guys, gotta deal with this. There you go. Sorry, had to deal with that. Yay, fun. Oh, I got 2 t-shirts in the mail today. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. All right. Okay, let me. Sorry about that. All right. My dickle buckles were badly rusted, but 24 hours soaking in deruster made them usable again. Yay. I think I've read somewhere about a kid who uses Wakanda as a world history project or something. His teacher doesn't know that it's a totally fictional place. That's sad. Oh, my middle son did not make it into the talent show, but the school is being kind of shitty about it and not telling them that he didn't make it. They're just like, oh, if you made it in the talent show, we'll let you know by last week. And I'm like, have you heard anything? He's like, no, I haven't heard anything yet. I'm like, oh, buddy, I'm pretty sure you didn't make it. Pretty sure you didn't make the cut, which is fine. You know, you don't make everything you try out for. It's not participation trophy time, but the fact that the school doesn't tell them, no, sorry, not this year. It's kind of crappy, but no, everyone does not make it into the talent show. Not everybody has talent. Don't call us, we'll call you. That's right. Listening to my cats jump all over the deck is funny. It always seems like they're going to try and jump off, but they're not. They're just chasing bugs on the deck. I can't have them leave the deck, or I can go to jail. I don't want to go to jail, so. But it makes me nervous every time I hear them jump, because I'm like, oh crap, are they leaving? No, they're not. Okay, all right, gonna go put this in the oven. Then we can go back to working on the pants on the other one. $15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
Whoa. It is definitely Friday, kids. Got a quiet chat. Has McDuff even been here today? I think he had the day off. I don't think I've seen McDuff at all today. Exactly. Well, I know his kid's out of school today, so. It's fine. He deserves time away from stream. I'm like, did I ever download or upload those? Nope, not yet. Save. There we go. So I've got Mike, Art of Mike Disney up on another screen here. And somebody in his chat just said, hey, I just watched a video of a guy, a mask maker, painting realistic skin tone techniques, and it's pretty badass. If you could do that on a model like that, I bet this would look a lot better. Like, dude, who says that? Yeah, I know you're working really hard on making this look good, but, you know, if you did it different, maybe this would be good. Shut the front door. See your way out. Wow. Like, and that guy's been chatting with him forever, but everyday craft chat. Yeah, right? It's, I mean, I get it here occasionally too, but I'm just like, wow, that's some ballsy chat there. And I understand it like comes from a place that, well, I'm just trying to help. That's true. If I can make something that people actually wanted. I don't know if it's the second cup of coffee or whatever, but I literally just want to go run away. I've got like this in the ball of my stomach, like this ball of pent up energy, and I'm like, I just want to go run away. I think I'm getting antsy for the weekend, I think is what it is, but. I'm sure you all can relate. Is that Friday-itis is what that is? Yeah. Is a blood clot. Right? And that was how Paul Pape passed away. They say you can't eat your blood clot to death, but Paul proved them all wrong. Reached the weekend about an hour ago? Lucky you. Called drinking your own blood induced euphoria. Euphoria, that's right. And thing is like I really don't have like a ton of work stuff lined up for the week. Usually my weekend is like, well, I got this I gotta get done, I got this I gotta get done. And I'm like, nope. I've got a pretty open weekend, so. I see that my music got all quiet. I'm like, all I hear is my dog snoring. I'm like, ugh. My roof decided to start leaking. Uh-oh. Are you my next door neighbor? So my next door neighbor is losing shingles off of their roof. This used to be Dave's old house, and it's like losing a lot of shingles. And so I left a note letting them know, hey, by the way, you're missing a lot of shingles on the side of your house. You can't really see it from down here. You got to be up the street, but you're missing a lot of shingles. And they haven't done anything about it. And I ran into their son the other day, and I'm like, hey, Aiden, how's it going? And he's like, oh, it's going pretty good. And I'm like, hey, just by the way, I don't know if y'all got my note, but y'all are losing a lot of shingles. Oh, you can hear him snoring too? Awesome. And he's like, oh, that's cool. And he goes inside. I'm like, oh, that's a high schooler for you. But I'm like, you might want to let your folks know. Okay. Like, you're going to get, we're going into the rainy season. You're going to, okay. That's all I can do. And I've got a low slope part of my house without rubber rollout stuff. Oh, boo. So it's a design flaw. What you need? Under the Good Samaritan law, you've done all you can. Can't blame you if they got flooded. Well, no. I did what I could. I'll let it go. We'll just keep picking up their shingles and giving them back. You mentioned this. I can't believe that they were annoyed, except maybe they can't afford to fix it. Yeah. I mean, and that's understandable, but that's what insurance is for. This wasn't like an act of God or anything like that. Your roof is shitty. You know, like that's what you pay insurance for. So you would think that that would be something that could be easily covered, you know? But or maybe not. I don't know. I know I mentioned it before. Running out of things to talk about. Paul's turning into an old guy where he tells the same stories over and over again. Turning into. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't get it taken care of, they're going to regret it, but it's not a ignore it and it'll go away kind of situation. It's a ignore it and then pay a lot more later on. Unless they're just planning on moving. But I'm not aware of that, so. I'm trying to get someone to fix a vent, but they will only guarantee it if they replace the whole roof and refuse to take my money. Do it yourself. I mean, I understand that because they're going to be then liable for any damage that happens from that vent. You'll be like, well, that company did it, so I'll almost sue them because, you know, I'm still getting leaking or whatever. And they're like, well, no way to protect themselves. I understand where they're coming from on that one. You need to find, for that instance, you need like a handyman. Been thinking about getting a metal roof. I call Tim the handyman. Ruh, ruh, ruh. Oh, oh, oh. Think about getting a metal roof. Yeah, they my power company around here. They're like, hey, everybody. They're on Facebook all over the place. Talk to us about getting your getting your solar roof, and they're making it sound like it's free. We'll even include a free battery power, and then some. The very first comment is, why don't you tell them that you're charging $25,000? I'm like, there you go. There's the rub. So where are you sticking around at? Like, were you not planning on being where you're at for very long, or were you? Hey, McDuff. Did Vex call you? I'm sorry. We weren't trying to shame you for not being here. How you doing, man? I'm like, wow, where's McDuff? Our house is small, 2 kids are fine, but 3 would be a bit cramped. But now that 3 is not happening, we'll most likely die in this house. There you go. Good. I was at Doctor Strange. All right. What's your opinion without spoiling? And look at you getting it out of the way early. So good. Hey, if Paul can't take time off from good, not great. Some nice scenes, cool cameos, definitely felt and looked like a Sam Raimi film. Okay. I mean, they've already spoiled that Picard is in it. And she died. Everyone dies. That's right. I don't know if I'll get to see it this weekend, but I'll definitely get to go see it. So. It's not a Michael Bay ambulance film. Dave loved that movie. Had a rental property where the owner refused to repair a roof even though the water would visibly leak in a closet every time it rained. That's when you call there's protections on that. Can't remember what it's called, but where you withhold the rent, but that could always backfire. Honestly, I didn't even know Sam Raimi directed that movie. So, it's genius. There's always something coming out. I just finished Moon Knight, and now we've got Doctor Strange. That's right. Card was nice, but not the only cameo. Since it was nice, they didn't spoil everything. They used X-Men '97 music, which, oh, that's cool. Ah, I gotcha. Well, I'm looking forward to it. So, in the grand scheme of Marvel movies, where does it rank for you? Yeah, there you go. Top of the bottom half. That's fair.
There it is.
Too many. Yeah, we might have to remove the fender and redo it on this sculpture just to make sure it lines up well with the feet. That's typical. So, all right, let me get that piece out of the oven. I'm also going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Don't you hate that moment when you're using the bathroom and you're thinking to yourself, I don't know if I muted the stream. Excuse me. Paul's getting tired. Paul's speaking in third person. Were there any good previews that you saw with the movie? Or were they all pretty straightforward? Okay, we're going to stop on that leg for now. Let's work on the harness for the donkey. Since we didn't do any of the bridle. I guess bridle is what it was called. So. Thor and Top Gun were okay, but it's in online already. Couldn't care less about Avatar. Oh, no. They actually had a preview for it, though, not just a teaser. So you now know the plot. Ish. Kids, really? Well, I guess who's going to superhero movies? So you saw Super Pets and The Bad Guys trailer, and what would be the other one? I don't even know. Okay. They call me Fumbledore. 10 points from Gryffindor. It's been a fairly quiet day here on stream. 'Tis Friday. Minions Rise of Gru. Oh my goodness. Some snail. Oh, the shell dude. Yeah. And Family Camp. Ah, okay. Yeah, the dude with the shell. Yeah, we saw that at the beginning of Sonic. It looks cute. Not necessarily for me, but I'm sure we'll end up having to watch it at home because Gideon will want to see it. So, where's the googly-eyed shell-looking thingy? Or it's a rock. I can't remember. I think it's a shell. And the Minions Rise of Gru. I remember when that movie had, like, wasn't that supposed to come out like 3 years ago? Before the pandemic? Right? I believe it started as a short, or it's a book. But yeah, I agree. So did you go with Ava? And what'd she think of it? like Minions Rise of Gru. I mean, yeah, I've been watching those previews. I think I've been seeing those previews as long as I've been seeing the Top Gun ones. And I'm really tired of the Top Gun ones. Homestick still. But at her mom's house today. I had a personal day scheduled for weeks to go with my sister. Intend to do that for all Marvel movies. Nice. Well, thank you. Ava's supposed to go tonight with friends. Has to skip. Boo. Yeah, my sons are all doing sleepovers tonight at my mom's house, grandma's house. And I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, if you had any plans scheduled for this weekend, but you're going to spend the whole entire weekend at your grandma's until Sunday because you need haircuts, and my mom cuts their hair. Yes, we could take them to other places to get their haircut, but they like getting their haircut by grandma. And I'm like, and she's getting so old, her arthritis doesn't let her do it quickly. So it's going to take a couple days. I'm like, sorry, you're stuck here. So you have one weekend where you don't get to see your girlfriend. I think you'll live, but plus I think we're going to take some friends out tomorrow night for birthday. Her birthday was May 4th, so. But I can't imagine trying to go to a movie opening weekend on a Friday anymore. I used to be the guy who's like, oh yeah, I got to see it the weekend it opens, and I'm like, I need to avoid going to a movie theater on the weekend because that is when it starts. So we're gonna go see Everything Everywhere and In Between, whatever it's called, that movie. We're gonna go see that tonight because we know it's been out for a little bit. So. And then I'll see Doctor Strange some other day. If I don't, theater was only half full. Yeah. See, if I don't have jury duty on Monday, maybe I'll go on Monday because I think Grimm has he starts his new job, so I won't be able to game. So I'm like, well, maybe unless something else comes up, maybe I'll go see it by myself. Because I know my wife's not terribly interested. She about strangled me for making her watch Batman, so. How long is this damn movie? Yeah, Frank, I've been using your portals a lot. There's an island that you started exploring. I explored the whole damn thing. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, I still play. Yep. Tonight I'm gonna go see. Is it called Everything, Everywhere, All at Once? That's what it's called. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Every which way but loose. That's right. I haven't logged in a while. I'm trying to tame a locks, but I don't want to sit around and wait. How long? Okay, so I don't even know how to do that. I know you can get the saddle, but I don't know how to tame it. No. This one is a woman finds out that there are alternate universes and she's the key to everything or something like that, and then yeah. So it's like the Matrix in alternate universes. Supposedly really good. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is the Nick Cage one, which also looks pretty good. Looks silly, but looks good. Yeah. Oh, you just trap it and feed it? Oh, okay. Well, that sounds pretty easy. The one with kids from, yes. The one with the kid from Goonies, yes. I also didn't do his mane. Paul, man, you really shirked off on this donkey here. I think it was one of those, I'm going to get back to that. I just never got back to it. How did you trap it? Just build a bunch of stuff around it? The downside is I don't think you can get them through a portal, can you? So wherever you've got the locks is where it's going to be. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of exploring, trying to just see more. I explored a lot of the Mistlands, and there's the other new one, the Mistlands, and then the something else. Can't remember. I dug out a cage in the ground. Ah, gotcha. And the goblins didn't just spawn all around you all the time? The goblins. Lured it in, destroyed the stairs. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Yep. But no, I definitely still play. We do need to try and kill the last boss, so. You're like, oh, that one that I killed like 3 weeks ago? No. Group of blocks that are right next to my base. Oh, nice. Hey, Antoine. How you doing, man? You were streaming earlier. How's it going? Catching a bit of your stream earlier before I started streaming myself here. I'm alive. 3 of 4 of us fighting COVID. Oh no. Sorry, so sorry to hear that. Ugh. Been there. Not a fan. I haven't killed the last boss. I just scouted out the island. I googled it, and there's no real reason beyond bragging rights. What does he give you? I know it's something lame. They all seem to give out lame stuff anymore. Sorry to hear that, Antoine. That's no fun. I like the object for future use. Awesome. Well, then, yeah. So now it's just about base building, like, and I think that's why a lot of people are dropping off of it, Frank. And it's not necessarily that it's just that there's nothing left to do, you know, like build bases. I mean, we can keep exploring areas, but now you're starting to explore areas that haven't come out yet. And so it's like, well, do we still want to keep exploring those areas, or? Oh, build bridges between islands. Holy crap. Okay, Paul, what are you doing? You were right. I didn't even think about that. Building bridges between islands. That could be fun. I don't know if you can do building bridges impossible. Now, why do you say that? Not between, like, it would have to be narrow strips that you would be able to build them between. I don't think it's impossible. I've built a dock. I had no problem with that. You have to basically you build the dock out as far as you can from land, and then you use the tall poles and you drop them into the water, and that typically allows you to build even further. And as long as you can keep doing that, you're fine. You just have to pick hollow spots to start building them. Yeah, because if you go to island, I think it's, or no, there's one that's called literally dock. I think if you just go there, you'll see the dock that I built. Well, there's lots of places where the land is very, you can see the two areas between, but you can't necessarily swim it. And that would be the ideal place to do it. There's also like some of the things that have interested me on the game is there's the guy who builds like automated like wood gatherers or stone gatherers, and I think that's kind of interesting. I wouldn't mind giving that a shot at some point. Montana just happens to be one of the largest islands, but there isn't exactly much of interest on the island. It's just big. I've been doing a lot of the ice caves because I'm trying to max out my werewolf gear because it's pretty damn lame. It's really good to fight the I don't know. I call them ifrits because that's what they'd be in Dungeons and Dragons. But the ifrits that you find on the islands that aren't there yet. It's not Mistlands. It's the ones after Mistlands. But those things, if you go to those islands, you can sit there and just womp on them forever because you don't have any. You're pretty much immune to fire. Tried it with the stone. The stone pillar isn't long enough. No, hey Devin. No, you've got to use. That's why you got to use the tall wooden one. How you doing today, Devin? I'm serious. If you padded armor isn't max, please use the loon. No, my padded armor is good. I've got that. The Wyvern. I just like the look of the Wyvern one. And you run at the speed of your Eikthyr. You run at that speed all the time. And so then when you activate Eikthyr, you can outrun mosquitoes. Granted, if they catch you because you stop somewhere, you die instantly because the armor has no armor effect. So, not bad. Just cleaning my kid's room up. There you go. The ice caves, darn every single mountain, man. I would like to get a full wolf set and get the hand weapons. Yeah, I've got them. You've got to build up your hand combat though. So your unarmed combat. So my skill right now, because I have a full set, and so it gives you an extra plus 15. So I'm at like 45 for unarmed combat, which is pretty good. You can kill pretty much everything, including goblins, but you got to get in really close. So you can't do any kind of like distance melee. And so that hurts. I've been working on maces. Oh. Yeah, I haven't done that. But like my gear, I've got 2 of the 3 pieces at level 4. The other one is at... No, I've got all of them at level 3. One of them at level 4. So I need but I need to find more hair. Or whatever this is, the werewolf fur. Gives off some light, so you can kind of use it as... Oh, that's cool. Huh. I mean, there's neat things in the game. I mean, I'm still enjoying it. I just... as far as like things to do, it's become very Minecrafty at this point because they need to come out with the next update. Okay, there's that. Oh, I still need to go. Oh, there's a chin piece. He's got a lot of stuff holding its face together. Getting a little grindy. Yeah, I agree. So Grim Harbor and I have gone back to playing Raft. We started a new game, built a new raft, and we're just finished the geodesic dome part of the game because the new update's incoming at some point, hopefully some point soon. I paid $20 for it. Definitely got my money's worth. Yeah, there you go. I bought a year's worth of server time, and it was 60% off. So I figure, even if I don't play it every single weekend, and I bump on for about an hour, about 2-3 times a week. This week's been weird because of the whole. I've had a lot of jobs that have needed attention. But normally I jump on for a few hours a week, and then at 60% off, I'm not terribly fussed by it not being, hey Merrick, not getting enough time in on it. So how you doing, Merrick? And hopefully before the year is up, they'll have that next update out. Mistlands or whatever. And then we'll all jump back on, do that for about 2 weeks, and then end up quitting again. Doing well, nice ass. Yeah, that's what I've been told. I keep hearing it's cute. It's a furry ass, that's right. Lots of straps and buckles and straps. Borg. What time is it? Jeez Louise. It is not as late as I thought it was. And it's getting to be one of those days where you're like, okay, you can end any time now. I wish it's that late. Can't wait for the weekend, right? I'll go. Got my car all charged up, ready to go. Get the kids home, get them all packed up, drop them off. Enjoy a nice quiet night with my wife. Watch a movie. It'll be good. Good times. What you gonna do for the mother of your children? Well, she doesn't eat much anymore because she's so stressed out. So we're just gonna enjoy a nice, quiet weekend without the children. That's what I'm doing for the mother of my children. Then on Sunday, I'm having my mom and her over for a nice quest. Clean the house. Oh, house is already clean. Has any of this been baked? Oh yeah, it's been baked many, many, many times. I'm just doing the head harness and then this leg right here and the little stirrup here. That hasn't been baked. But like most of the body here has been baked. All of the donkey, except for all of this harness gear, which I'm working on right now, that hasn't been baked. But I've been cooking more, I've been cleaning more, so sorry, I am French. We always think about questing. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be yeah, no, it'll be nice. And I've scheduled a vacation for me and the missus, but it won't be until June once her show goes up. So we are going to go to Chicago for a weekend stay in a 5-star hotel, fancy dinners, go see a couple shows. One's a magic show, and the other one's a burlesque Cirque du Soleil type show. Oh, it's a raid. Hey, Polarin. Hello. Who is it? Oh, Polarin. It is Polarin. Hey, Polarin. Welcome, Raiders. Hello, hello, hello. Passing on smart fans from Timber. Oh, Timber. Awesome. How's Timber doing? Good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Welcome, 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 everybody. What were you working on today? You were playing Rogue Legacy 2. Getting some Rogue Legacy 2 going on. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm Paul Pape Designs. I'm a designer and fabricator of custom collectibles, making the things that people want that they can't get anywhere else. Santa Claus for peoples, nerds. Today we're working on an ass, this beautiful ass of mine. So we're basically getting the rider started on this, but I forgot to do all of the head harnesses and stuff, so we're doing all of that on the donkey's face, but we'd already sculpted the rest of the donkey. Still got this leg to sculpt out. So we got the pant on that one done, and then we also have the mule that goes with it. Hop and slash and die, rinse and repeat. There you go. So this is the mule that goes with it, and then I'll have a different rider on it. So I got the boots done on that, but this one already had all the tackle and stuff that was on the animal. So I got that one ready to go. So this is a 2-piece animal and rider. I would say horse and rider, but they're not horses. So yeah, but right now it's just a lot of individual pieces of clay and stuff to create this harness, multiple mouth harnesses on this donkey. So yeah, so cool. Well, thank you again, Polarin. I know typically when you're raiding somebody else, you got a jet, so I understand if you got to bounce out, not a problem. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. You know what makes a great skiver? Quick and foolproof? Belt sander. Unless you've got soft leather. Unless you got soft leather, then not so much. But yes, you are correct. Don't inhale that leather that dust, though. Hopefully you wore a respirator. So we were talking about Macduff just went and saw Doctor Strange. So we were talking about that. And ton of fuzz. Yep, don't inhale that. That bad. Okay. So we were talking about that. Then we were talking about other movies and just, yeah. Then we were talking about some Valheim. Playing some Valheim. So I've been playing 7 Days to Die with Grim, but I can't figure out the point of the game. So I kind of lose interest in it. He's like, well, you're supposed to survive for 7 days. I'm like, we've survived for like 80 days. What's left to do in this game? We have, it's just about surviving. Okay, yeah, I'm tired of surviving. What else can we play? Now I know that there's the ropes and stuff to go to the hands and stuff, but that would be the last thing that we do, because otherwise they'll get broken before we can get it all painted and such. So, all right. That is some fresh pine sap right there is what that is.